Hey everybody, welcome back to the Magic Channel Card Tricks. This is your best place to learn beginning level magic tricks. They could be card tricks, they could be tricks with objects you find around the house. I want to teach you beginning level tricks that don't require any sleight of hand, tricks you can do right now to fool and amaze your friends. Today, we're going to learn another trick with a key card. Now, I've taught key cards before in the past. And simply what a key card is, it's a card where you know the identity and you know exactly where it is. It's a locator card. It's a card that's going to help you find the card that your spectator selects. Today's trick is going to be a little different. Normally, when we've taught key cards, we've taught you to memorize the card on the bottom, okay? And then you remember that card and then you place it in a place that allows you to find your spectator's card. Today, we're going to place our key card somewhere in the middle. So the spectator will have no idea how we knew where their card was. Placing the key card in the middle is a little bit tougher, but we're going to make it super duper easy for you. Okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to go through your deck and you're going to find a card that you think you can remember as your key card. It's going to have to be a face card that you'll remember every single time you see it, and you'll say to yourself, that's my key card, okay? Let's say I use the Jack of Spades. Let's say the Jack of Spades is always gonna be my key card. Now, I'm gonna have to make the back of the Jack of Spades stand out. How can I make this card stand out from the rest of these cards so that when I see it from the back, I'll know this is my key card? I'm going to make a mark on the back of this so that when the cards are spread, I'll see my mark and then know for sure that this is my card. All right, so how do you make your mark? Well, most decks of cards that we buy in the store or that we use for magic tricks are either red or blue. And it's a good thing that Sharpie brand markers come in both red or blue. And the Sharpie color is very close to the color of the backs of a deck of cards. So all you need to do is find some area where you're going to be able to mark that card and make it stand out from all the rest. Now, I don't know what your backs look like. Your backs could look like anything. I have no idea. But you're going to put some sort of mark in the upper left corner. Now, I say the upper left corner because when you typically spread a deck of cards, you see the upper left corner right now. And if I were looking for a mark, I would be able to see it. I would say, oh, there's my mark right there. So I would know that one was my key card. So I want you to go grab your red Sharpie marker or a blue Sharpie marker, look at your deck, and I want you to think about a good place to put that mark so that you can see it, so that you'll know it's there, but nobody else will. You have to disguise it. And sometimes you can take a circle and fill it in so that all the circles are hollow or open spaced, but your one is filled in. Maybe there's a nice little place on the back design where you can make an X, okay? Or you can make something a little darker than it's supposed to be, or you can fill in or maybe even curve a rounded edge. You know, if there's an edge that's a little bit square, you can round it and just make it stand out a little bit more. Some sort of mark that's unnoticeable to anyone else, but noticeable to you, all right? And I know that's tricky, I know that's tough, but just think about it, okay? Think about what you could do. Now, I'm not using a bicycle deck right here, but you might be, okay? The bicycle rider back deck looks like this. And that's probably the most standard deck that is out there. And so let me show you really quickly how to make a mark on a rider back deck so that you'll be able to find it. First thing you'll notice is that there's 4 little flowers. You see those 4 flowers? You can mark the inside in the upper left corner. So I'm just going to fill in that red with some marking. Blow on it. Now I want you to notice that this flower is filled in and this one's not. Can you see that? This flower is filled in and this one's not. And now I'm going to do it on the bottom, but remember you have to do it diagonal. So I'll find that same mark and fill it in on the opposite corner. And that's so that no matter which way this deck is shuffled, you'll always be able to find that mark here in the upper left. Now, it's possible that you might have a tight fan and it might not reveal that mark. So then what do? You could fill in the hair that's on the angel. There's a little angel over here, and I could fill in their hair. Okay, it's a little bit of a bigger mark, but you see over here where the hair is filled in and over here where it's not. Again, it's just a really subtle mark, and really as the ink dries more and as the deck wears more, that mark will kind of fade a little bit more, but it's very visible. And now you have two big marks that let you know that this is your key card. Okay, so let's talk about a trick that you can do with the key card. Now, obviously, you're not going to be able to see my marks, right? From way over there, my marks will be too small. You won't be able to see it. So I'm going to grab my Jack of Spades from another deck of a different color. And that will allow you to see this a little bit better, okay? So here's my key card. It's my Jack of Spades. Don't really use contrasting colors like this. That would be silly, right? So let's just pretend that's my key card and that's my mark, okay? So for explanation purposes, my mark is black, but in reality, your mark is going to be something very small and very hidden. Now, because this card is marked and I know what it is, I know it's the Jack of Spades, I can stick this anywhere in the deck, right? It doesn't matter because I'll always know where it is. I can take this deck out of a box and I'm ready to go, okay? Because I have a key card in there and I know what the key card is. I can hand this deck to a spectator. They can shuffle it all day long, right? It really doesn't matter. And then I can say, all right, now I want you to select any card you want. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look for my key card just to find it, okay? And I really don't need it at this point, but I'm going to look for it so I know where it is. Because what if your spectator grabs your key card, right? They could. They have a 1 in 52 chance they could grab your key card. If they grab your key card, the trick is done because you already know which card they grabbed, right? They grabbed the Jack of Spades and you can just say you grabbed the Jack of Spades, okay? So I know where my key card is. I've seen it. And I'm letting them pick any card they want. Remember, I let them shuffle, and now I'm going to let them pick any card they want. Both of those things seem extremely fair. So let's say they select this card right here, the King of Hearts. And so now while they're looking at the King of Hearts and showing it around to their friends, I'm going to break this deck in half like this, and I'm going to make sure that my key card is on top because I'm going to scoop this up like this. And as I'm scooping these up, I'm going to say, go ahead and place your card right on top of there. They put it on top. And then I can take these cards and bury it. Okay? As I close it up, I can even tell the spectator, go ahead and give the deck a cut. They give the deck a cut. I can say, go ahead and give it one more. They give it one more. And now they're going to think, I shuffled the deck. I selected any card I want. I put the card back in, and I cut the deck twice. There's no way the magician is going to know where my card is. But, of course, you do. You can do it one of two ways, right? You can spread the cards again like this, face down. You can find your key card, and you know that their card is the one that's on top of the card, right? Their card would be on top. So in this case, the card on top is the King of Hearts. You could do it face up, right? So if you spread it face up, well, now I'm just looking for the Jack of Spades, right? The Jack of Spades is right here. And now I know that their card is the one underneath. And so let's say you did it that way, okay? So you're saying, now I'm going to find your card. I'm going to spread the cards face up like this. You're just simply going to scan this and look for the Jack of Spades, and I know it's right there. And I'm going to say, okay, I want you to look for your card, but don't show me that you're looking for your card. And I'm going to run my finger back and forth like this, and just, I want you to think stop when my finger is over your card. Just think stop out, think stop. I definitely think that you didn't think stop anywhere over here. Your card is somewhere in here, isn't it? So let me scoop these up again. In fact, let me just give these cards a cut I'll spread these out again. Can you find your card? You know where your card is? I'm gonna go through here like this. I just want you to think stop. It's definitely not in these cards either. Okay, let me give these cards a cut. And really, you might know what their card is right now. Let's say you've already peeked and you already know their card is the King of Hearts. Okay, if you know their card is the King of Hearts, you can shuffle, right? Because now you're just looking for the King of Hearts. You're not looking for your key card anymore. So I go like this. I see their King of Hearts is way over here. I do this again. I say, well, I really feel like it's not any of these cards. Let's give the deck a shuffle again. Let's see if I spread these out. Let's think stop, just think stop. It's definitely one of these two cards. It's definitely one of these two cards. It's the King of Hearts, isn't it? You were thinking of the King of Hearts. All right, see, that's really simple. And you can do a trick just like that by marking one back so that it stands out from the other back. And that is a great trick that is gonna fool people who know how to do key card tricks, and it might even fool a couple magicians. Take some time, find a good place to put your mark, practice looking for your mark, practice being able to see your marked card and then being able to see the card that's right next to it. And I'm sure you'll fool a ton of people with this really special trick. Like I said, make sure you hit like on this video if you appreciate it, and subscribe to this channel so you can keep learning new beginning level magic tricks. Thanks guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.